All week I've been waking up at dawn to watch the sunrise, and this morning it's rainy, and so I'm hitting snooze, and the cat's trying to wake me up. And she wants to eat, and I'm just like, oh, go to bed. And then I'm lying in bed, and it's like 7. I was hit with the memory of a story that I read in this book called Awareness. And the story is that of an eagle that basically gets adopted by a family of chickens and he gets raised by chickens. So this eagle thinks he's a chicken. And he spends his whole life with chickens and he's acting like he's like even picking chicken feed or whatever off the ground, like eating off the ground like a chicken. And this is an eagle. And so one day he looks up and sees an eagle flying and in the sky, and he asks one of the chickens, "What's that?" And the chicken's like, "Oh, that's an eagle. That's an eagle." And the eagle was like, "Oh," and went back to eating like a chicken and acting like a chicken and living like a chicken because the eagle didn't know that it was an eagle. The eagle didn't know that it could also soar so high. Also, side note, fun fact about eagles, their squawk is more of a squawk. It's not like a "rah," like a hawk. And so in movies and stuff, they often overlay a hawk scream over the eagles because the eagles it's more comical than anything. It's not as strong as you might think. So I'm sharing this story in paraphrase form with you because it's a metaphor for us. If we are in communities of people who are limited in their thinking because of their own programming that they've experienced in their life with media, movies, family, belief systems, and everything, then they are living these very, it's like these boxed in existences, and we are here to be so much bigger than that. And I think that's why sometimes I struggle with Rhode Island because you're an eagle. And so you might look at other people and be like, huh, are they even human? Yeah, they're in the flesh suit too, right? But that doesn't mean that you're a chicken. It doesn't mean that and it just takes some work and takes some belief that you are an eagle and surrounding yourself with eagles and listening to, say, eagle podcasts and even if who you're surrounding yourself with are online presences that think, that have these expanded understandings of the way the world works and of what humans are capable of, then you can begin to step into your eagle form. And the more you can step into your eagle form, the more others can too. And so you become a mirror of limitlessness for other people, and you inspire other people just by being an eagle, just by being on your path. So the more you begin to understand who you are and what you're capable of, then you are actually inspiring others. So my point and my hope at this time is that you are digging deep within, and you are beginning to sort of recognize that everything you've been fed for pretty much your entire life now needs to be questioned, right? Or it's worth being questioned. And that's something that I never did as a child. I was a very good regurgitator of information in school. That's why I was a good student. I was able to regurgitate information, and I wanted to please my father, and I wanted to get good grades because that was going to make me feel good about myself. And I recognize now that I didn't retain a lot of that information, and in fact, the the moments that I remember in school were the moments that I was made to feel like I had some sort of a unique gift, or that what I had was a good contribution to the school or to my class, or it was how I felt. It was how the teacher made me feel. Um, and I think that has implications. It's like it's about how we make other people feel. And I'll use um, I'll use this example because I was speaking with a friend from LA last night, and he works in the film industry. And he was talking about how somebody that he had worked with in the past when he first started working in LA was telling him, you need to exude sex. You need to exude sex so that other people think you're sexy and they're drawn to wanting to work with you. You make them feel good. And he's like, Jamie, I think what he really meant is that people like it when you make them feel good. Like, people remember how you make them feel. And so the yogis believe that the vibration of like a sexual desire and exuding sex, right? It can be very alluring, very attractive, but that's a lower vibration. That's lower in the center of energies. That's here, right? Whereas if you're reminding somebody of their limitlessness, that's here, and that's going to make them feel good. And it's not from bashing them on the head with like, oh, you've got to think bigger. No, it's just by being yourself and existing on a plane of existence where you are the eagle. So good morning. I'm grateful to be able to share my voice with whoever's listening. I'm grateful that in this lifetime I am not persecuted for sharing my voice and for seeking the truth. And I hope that you do so too. And if you are struggling with speaking your truth or with questioning the truth, please know that that's a lot of this. That's a lot of the throat chakra. And that's our energy center associated with the throat, associated with truth. That's where we breathe and intake oxygen. And there are breath exercises that you can do to help open that up. There are plenty of improvisational exercises. Yeah, go be an eagle today, because I know that's what I'm going to be doing.